Hello and welcome to another sound exploration. This video is in continuation with my previous one about using the Cicada as a controller. So for this patch, my goal was to play drums while controlling my synth with the Cicada. I patched out the outputs of the controller to the feedback of microcell. I used it to control the rate on OSH, which was modulating the gain and pan of different sounds, and also the FX send to my reverb. And so at first when I was playing around with that, I had the Cicada mounted the right way, which means the contact mic is pointing up, and I was using my hands to touch it while playing and try to use that also as a source of sound to create effects and ambience. And after doing that for a while, I decided why not simply turn it upside down and put it directly on the snare and add objects that can resonate through the snare and get picked up by the contact mic and have that influence the synths, or have that as a voice in the synth. So the contact mic is upside down, pointing directly at the skin, and so I can hit the snare, hit the singing bowls. This gets picked up by the contact mic and it goes into microcell, and then the controller controls parameter of microcell to create ambience. Another thing is that the snare also becomes a resonant chamber for the whole kit. So the whole kit gets picked up in the snare, goes into the upside down Cicada soundboard and into my system. So that was the basis for all the sounds, the ambient glitchy noise, and I also had the controller open up a filter on plats. The bass drum was sending a trigger to send gate to an envelope on plats so that they would be in sync. And another thing I did was I recorded bells on my hi-hat separately to layer them on top of the sound after. Something I'm practicing through these videos where I combine ambient synths and drums is to mix the drums as if it was a synth texture. So instead of having the drums mixed conventionally where you hear everything with a nice stereo image and it makes sense, I try to allow myself to see each mic as a different synth layer and have the right to bring them in and out of the piece. So I see the mics as if it was different synth voices, and I have the right to arrange it for the composition. So for this one, you can hear the bass drum is very centered. That's grounding everything because all the synths are connected to it, but you don't really have any other drum mics that are in your face. You have the toms that are on the sides, which will come in only when hit because they're gated. And I also play with the stereo image throughout the piece. And I only use the center mic I have to have the cymbal sounds. So there's no overheads at all. The snare mic comes in only once and it's gated. And that's all I'm doing for the drums. And so I think that thinking of mixing the drums like this makes it more coherent for an experimental ambient piece. I find that when drums are mixed more conventionally with synth or modular synth or sound design, it really feels like you have a soundscape and drums apart from it, rather than having a full soundscape where the drums are integrated into the sounds. That's always been one of my dilemmas when mixing my own music, how to combine synths and drums, and that's why I practice it in each video. So that's it for this video. Thank you for watching. I hope this gives you some ideas. And if you'd like, I just released an album. I'll leave the link in the description below, and I would be happy to know what you think about it. If you have any questions or requests, leave a comment, and I'll see you soon. Bye.